So here we are in building 3, checking in after day 1 of the new updates going into the park. It is going to be so sick when this ramp setup is finished and ready to go. Started to take to pieces the old roll-in. This is one of the things where, like, even though it's been designed on CAD and you're pretty sure exactly how it's going to be, when it actually comes down to it, you know, the little details of exactly how you build a ramp, that's when it kind of comes into play, when you can actually see it in place, you can eye it out. So here's a pretty good example. We didn't know here whether the rolling would just go straight down from flat or whether we would have a bit of an upslope, so you've got a little bit of a roller going into it just to get a little bit more pump. What we've decided to do is there was already a bit of an upslope here, so we've actually pulled that back so we can still have a roller going into this new rolling, which is going to be mellower, but it's going to be longer, so you can hit it with a bit more speed and it's not going to be like popping you up or dropping away from you. And once that's done, it's going to mean that we can test the long and low box afterwards, because again, that's something that we're not going to like finalize until we've worked out exactly how long we're going to make it. So we'll sheet this all up, and then in the next few days we're going to get the long and low and we'll open it up and close it and just work out the perfect length so that we can fix it in a position where it's just going to be bang on perfect. It's amazing just seeing straight clear through here at that course pipe and like already imagining like what it's going to feel like to be coming through here so much faster and really being able to blast that quarter. So here is the frame for the kicker for the step down. We've got the width pretty much sorted out. It's gone in at about 4 foot wide. Basically, you're only ever going to be really jumping out of it or jumping into it, so it doesn't need to be crazy wide. And we wanted to leave enough space just still to get to the ledge, and also not to sandwich in like the landing from the Euro gap over here. Again, this is going to be another tester, so we're going to sheet this up and then pull it back and just work out what the speed's like and, you know, really where the best place is to have it, to hit it with the speed that you're going to have coming off this quarter. These are the things that go into building a course like this. It's pretty rare that you're going to get it perfect first time, so it's all about the testing, and that's why we've got an amazing team of 4-on-4. A load of them are riders, a load of them skate, and, you know, we can get that instant feedback on exactly how it should be. So over here, Jack and Stu are putting in the takeoff for the new step down spine. Again, this is something that, like, in the moment we're still making decisions on exactly how it's going to be. We felt that actually it might be better to put that in at 5 foot, which is still a small volcano, a lot smaller than the step down spine we have in the warehouse, but it's going to mean that you can still do some reasonably big tricks on it whilst also being fun to like jib around on. We also thought that having it at that height would make the takeoff the same as the box jumps, so it would fit in better with the size of the rest of the ramps in the room. And also a lot of beginner riders are regularly riding these box jumps and progressing on them, so we knew that it would still be great for less advanced riders as well. And also, say we go in and we test it and we think, actually, you know, maybe it does need to be smaller. It's way easier cutting down a ramp than it is trying to make one bigger. So another thing that we figured out today is just like where it was going to end. You know, we wanted to leave enough space to be able to fire through here to hit the quarter. We also wanted to make it so that it was close enough to be like a pretty good transfer. So whether you're transferring off where the landing's going to be into the box landing or back the other way, I think we've got it pretty much perfect. Like imagining what it's going to look like when that landing's in place and you can transfer both ways, and the tricks that people are going to be doing across these transfers, yeah, it's going to be super sick. Okay people, so we are checking in after the second day of work here in building 3. Loads of progress today. The spine landing is pretty much in place, and we've also been making a lot of ground with the long and low. We actually got to do a bit of the fun part today, which was testing it. So we had the long and low go in, we tested it, it was too small, a little bit too kicky, so we've made it a bit longer, mellowed out one of the trannies, and it is perfect. So I'm here today with Sean, who is the owner of 4-on-4. Yeah, Sean, how are you feeling that it's going with the building 3 project?
Oh, this is going well. We've been on it like nearly 2 days, day and a half. Progress is really good. So, and also we've been playing a little bit too. Isn't it fun to check what you build as you build it? But yeah, so I'm super stoked to be able to see some of the stuff that's going to go down, because oh my God, from just having a play, I can tell this place is going to, it's fire.
Yeah, we've had a few people have a little sneak peek, and yeah, faces are lighting up. It's going to be insane. Check in tomorrow for a day 3 update. What's good people, checking in day 3 of the updates in building 3, and we have got the man, the myth, the legend, and scooter world champion, Jaden Sharman, coming in to see how it's getting on, and we're going to get to see his reaction as he walks into the building to see some of the new ramps going in. So, let's do this, Jaden.
Let's go. I'm actually excited. I don't know what to expect. I've seen the photos, but mate, in person it's going to be a different game, I feel like.
I think you're going to be buzzing.
I'm already thinking, like, I saw a photo and I was like, where can I go? What tricks can I do? So I'm excited to see the new possibilities. No. Mate, what in the world? I tell you, it looks completely different to photos. I'm gonna be real. Oh my days. Oh, the transfers, man, as you said, like to the box. This is actually sick.
Yeah, the boys have smashed it today. Come and have a look at the long and low.
Oh, sick.
Dude, like when we first put it in, it was at like 8 foot. It was so easy to land flat. They extended it out to, I think it's about 12 foot now. And it's like perfect, like with the speed you've got, like, oh dude, you're gonna have so much more speed hitting this quarter.
Even just the quarter rolling is gonna be so good. Yeah, man, this is wicked. So this is the same either side, these ramps. So that ramp is over there too. Yeah. Just from looking at it, like, yeah, as you say, that looks like a very perfect length to get a lot of speed from. I'm excited to ride this quarter. This quarter has been like so perfect, but it's been so hard to hit. So now it's opened up a lot of opportunities for sure. I want to ride it already. Like, when's it done?
So today, the dudes from 414 have been in here since 6:30 this morning. They're just taking a break right now, but they've absolutely smashed it. So the step down spine, framework's all in place. The first layer of ply is all down. So we're now just going on with the final fresh layer of ply. So that is almost ready to rock. We tested it yesterday and it is perfect. It's going to be so much fun.
How big's the after the spine going to be?
So it's actually not going to be a quarter. It's going to be like a big bank. Yeah. You know where the roll-in is? So imagine if the roll-in didn't roll away and it just carried on going straight. It's going to be like that height, I think.
So you say that vert thing's like almost quite mellow too, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's going to be mellow, so it's like not intimidating to turn around if you're a beginner, but also it's going to be steep enough so if you hit the spine, you're going to be able to straight up air it, and it's going to catch you so good doing like air tricks. If you come down on like your line, you're coming straight through here.
Yeah.
Which way do you air? Do you air to the right or to the left?
Yeah.
You air to the left, Jaden. It was made for you.
You go quarter to it.
It was made for you, yeah.
It's so cool just seeing like any sort of change in here now. It's mad. I'm just so used to it being like how it's always been. The only change we really had was that like curve thing.
And then like the roller over here, it's just perfect. But I think you're going to be able to do more out of this as well now. Because like before you had the volcano and you didn't have like that much speed coming into this. Whereas now you're going to be like flying at it so you can like
It's almost a box, isn't it, pretty much? I'm thinking as well, that little box would be good for like the younger kids for a little fly out sort of thing.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly it. That's what we were thinking. We're like, this box is going to be able to be jumped, have tricks done over it, or you can just get like super tech on it and do like stuff onto the top of it, like different manual lines on it.
Yeah, fakies and stuff.
Or if you're like a total, like, if you're more of like a beginner rider, then whips and stuff onto the top of it's going to be perfect as well.
Mate, this is sick. I'm just like visualizing the different lines, bro. It's endless transfers, endless opportunities, and so much more you can do here now. I feel like there's plenty more you could do in this room before, but I think now there's 2-3 subtle changes, just adds so much more to it.
And then this kicker here, we'll just like try it in a few different places and work out where the best spot is. For guys like you, you're going to be doing like flips and stuff on that, but then say you're like a beginner and you just want to hit, you only hit a kicker for the first time, you can just drop off it and go a little bit further until you get into the landing. But I'm so excited to watch you ride it. You're going to smash it.
I want to ride it so bad. Bringing out the inner child in me, mate. Give me that little buzz.
3 days down, 2 more days still to go, and Saturday we're going to be seeing people killing it in here. Can't wait. What is up, people? Checking in on day 4 of the Building Free build. We're actually open to the public today, so we've had to put this fence in just because technically through there is a construction site, and we know that we're going to have prying eyes wanting to go in, rightly so, and have a look at how it's getting on, but unfortunately they're not able to as it is a construction site. A lot of progress today. It's looking insane. Let's go and take a look. First up, the step down spine is looking unreal. They've got the final surfacing on there, the top on it, they're just getting it all planed down and perfect and mwah. So the big step forward today has been this insane bank behind me. This has all been framed up in the past few hours and it is looking incredible. Had a little bit of time just discussing and working out the exact steepness to put the bank at, because we had to strike the balance between getting it steep enough so that you can just do a straight up air on it, laid back enough so that it's going to catch you nice nicely coming out of the 7 foot, and also just so it's mellow enough to be ridden well by intermediate and beginner riders as well, and just not too intimidating and fun. The other thing that they've been cracking on with is just that extension of the rolling over here. Jack is just getting the final screws into the top surfacing, and it looks so much better. It's just going to be so much more inviting to blast airs into it, and also it's going to provide more space up on the top. We always find that rolling gets real crowded, so that's going to be another bonus of this change. So being day 4, that means there is only 1 day left for 4 and 4 to get all of this finished up and ready to open on Saturday, so the pressure is on. Jack's in here going strong. Jack, what time are you working till tonight?
We'll be here till early hours in the morning, mate.
Early hours of the morning. And when are you back in tomorrow?
6 a.m. sharp.
6 a.m. sharp. Early hours of the morning until early hours of the morning. Day 5, people. It is the final day of the Building 3 builds. The team from Form 4 have been in there till so late last night, back in there super early this morning, and they have smashed it. It is looking insane. Just getting those final touches done, and I've got to say thank you so much, guys, for all the effort you put into making this happen in 5 days. Let's go and have a look. So over the past 4 daily updates, this place has looked like a bit of a war zone, and today that has changed. What has gone from having bits of wood and screws and sawdust and everything lying everywhere is now starting to replicate an insane skate park with some wicked new ramps in it. So the final check-in on all the updates. So starting off, looking over here, the new roll-in with the extension is now all finished up, ready to rock. Over on this side, we've got the new mellow roller up there. That's just got 1 tiny strip to put in on the top left, but apart from that, all freshly plied. The long and low here, everything is pretty much done. We just need to screw the boards down onto the top, and that is ready to rock. So just looking over on this side, oh my, it is looking next level. The step down spine is all finished up, and this bank that went in yesterday it was just a framework. Now it is all sheeted. They've just got to finish putting on the sheets on the deck, and that is ready to go. Also over on the bank, we're going to get another Gel Blaster logo sprayed up there. Obviously that was previously a Gel Blaster ramp and will stay a Gel Blaster ramp. It's just going to be bigger. Another thing I really want to show you, which just excites me, it's just this little bit here where you've got the 7 foot, and it's just slightly poking out of that bank, and that is going to be so much fun to air out of that and be caught by the bank. It's like, it just excites me. Another like super cool thing about this, which some people have mentioned, is that actually it's almost like a wooden version of the quarter to resi in Building 2. So all those tricks that people have done to resi, if they want to get them down to wood so they count, this is the perfect spot. One other job that we still need to get done today is more of a safety thing, but at Adrenaline Alley, safety always comes first. As there's going to be a bit more speed going through these with the step down spine, we're going to basically change the access point to the park to like the middle level. So this area here is just going to be, this side here is just going to be completely barriered off, just so there's no way of walking onto the park from there or stopping to get off the park, because obviously it's a bigger ramp, kind of harder to see behind, and we obviously don't want someone walking on and yeah, them not being seen by someone jumping the spine. So yeah, safety first, barrier going in there, and I will show you where the new access point to the park is for those that aren't going to be getting onto the park from the top of the roll-in. So come over here. So basically over here, we're just going to take a section of this fencing out, and we're going to put a step in here. So this is going to be the new sort of access point to get onto the park if you're not going to be coming down the roll-in. It's just an area where you can see more what's going on, and you're not going to end up walking onto the park out in front of someone that's already riding. Much safer. So up over here where the stairs are and the rail and the ledges are almost done and finished already. We've got Simon just putting in the Euro gap. So if you look over here, we've got the Euro with the 2 steps on top, and we've also extended the bank out so where you've got the kicker dropping down into the bank, just a bit wider, more inviting, more space to land your tricks. And we obviously just need to work out exactly where that kicker's going to go as well. So a bit more testing there to be done. So once all those final little jobs are finished up, it's just going to be a massive clean up, because there's been so much wood cutting here that it's literally like layered with sawdust. So we need to make sure that all of that is cleaned up so that it's basically ready to open up tomorrow for all you guys to come and shred it. So one other thing I wanted to mention is obviously when we design these courses, we always have to work out how things are going to change and if there's any compromises. And one thing which we knew, obviously taking out the 5-foot quarter, you know, if you were a beginner rider and you were using that 5-foot as a way to get back up to the roll-in, please rest assured that there's going to be a new way up to the top that is great for beginners to get back up. So obviously previously, this was a volcano, which meant it was really hard to carry your speed through here. But now, obviously, with this being a long and low and really great for beginner riders, it also provides pretty much a straight run up to go back up the small roll-in. So if you're not confident going up like a 7-foot quarter, then obviously that's a great way to get back up to the top. And even if you are not comfortable with that, what we're going to be adding on is on the stairs up to the deck, we're going to be putting a pathway for bikes. So if you're a smaller kid and you need to get up those stairs to the bike, then you can also push your bike up the stairs to get up to the top of the roll-in much more easily than you could before. So yeah, don't worry guys, as always, we are thinking about all abilities so that this place can be as fun as it possibly is for absolutely everybody that comes to Adrenaline Alley. Okay guys, so there you have it. That marks the end of this build video. But do not forget to tune in for the next one, which is going to be the first time where we show the whole park fully finished in all its glory and, more importantly, people riding it. And we'll get to see all the awesome stuff that people are going to do on these new ramps. Before I cut it off, I just want to say a massive thank you to 4on4 Skate Parks. The guys have done an insane job getting all of this done in 5 days. Like when they took it off, we were just like, that's a lot to build in 5 days, but lo and behold, they absolutely smashed it. At the moment, we've only got Jack here. Jack, on behalf of all Adrenaline Alley, thank you so much to you and the rest of the team. Can't believe the fact that not only you've done it in that amount of time, but just how sick it looks.
Yeah, I mean, on behalf of the boys, we love a challenge and we've managed to finish it in 5 days.
Love a challenge. There you go. Yes, Jack. Yes, 4on4. Thank you. Check in for the next video. Come and see people smashing the ramps, or more importantly, head down and give them a shot for yourselves. They're going to be sick.